16-foot tall, muscle built. Each of these riders is checking out that motorcycle now. Amazing thing. They're also checking out that wind. Pushing on the riders. You can see that jersey going all around. You gotta know what that wind is. Extend your kiss right there, just for good luck. Hey, see, as they warm up here right now, they are paying attention to you. You know that, right? Because your warm up is coming up here in just a moment. I think that was called the Dolphin. I haven't seen that one for a long time. As you can see, what goes on with freestyle motocross is not just jump that motorcycle up in the air, take your hands off. Sometimes they take their whole bodies off of the motorcycle. That's your question to depend on you. In the wind right there, starting to hit a couple of tricks of it. We want to make sure that you're getting warmed up too. Well, I'm looking here and talking about the wind, and these guys are already hitting it big here, but you know something? Your warm-up is coming here in just a minute. So in order to get you ready, we want to give you something you'll remember, all right? This is called a freestyle train. Watch this. All 5 riders in a freestyle train. That's off the most dangerous train all over the state. There ain't no show. Now, ladies and gentlemen, they're coming by here looking at you. Because this is your moment coming here. This is the time when you say, is this going to be the biggest show ever? We're going to bring our riders right over here. For your Monster Energy girls out here. We'll shut down those motorcycles for just a moment. Because this is your moment. All the way up there on the hillside, all the way up there on the staircase, all around here, we got to have you guys make more noise than you ever have at the Calgary Stampede. On the count of 3, here we go. 1, 2, 3! That's what I'm talking about. That'll send these guys high, and guess what? You're first. So dressed in white today, looking good as ever. This guy comes to us originally from Valley Springs, California, but these days he resides in San Diego, and I'll point out why that's important in a minute. There high, hit a beautiful trick like that. At 13 years old, he watched the X Games and said, I want to do that. At 16 years old, he turned pro, and since that time, a sensational rider all around the world. Well, why that San Diego thing? Because every day he's at home, he likes to stir, helps him keep that balance. KSMMX, Yamaha, Scott, Thor, and Monster are proud to present to you Luke Dolan. Guy all looking fly in that fly gear right here. But you know, it's got a great story. Most of these riders started with motocross racing, but not this guy. He was strapped on a snowmobile at 4 years old in front of his mama riding the backcountry, and since that time, he has been absolutely astounding on that snowmobile. Amazing on a motorcycle, but let me say this with that snowmobile thing. 2018, he won his first medal, and this time, he is the reigning gold medalist in snowmobile speed and style at the X Games. Brought to us by KSMMX, Yamaha, Monster Fly, DBK, and Western Power Sports. Put your hands together for Willie Elo. I always love to look at this rider. It was 21 years ago that I saw him at his 4th pro show ever. And he did stuff like that. His daddy came over to me and said, you think he'll be an amazing rider? I said, I'm calling everybody I know because this is one of the most sensational riders ever with the KSMMX team. Competed with X riders, competed at X Games. He's brought to us by KSMMX, Yamaha, Scott, DBK, Thor, and SCS. You can say you were here with Brody Wilson. What more can I say about this rider than this? A three-time X Games gold medalist. That was in motocross racing, but the story I love to tell was the very first time she went to the X Games and competed against the boys in a best whip contest. She won bronze. I said, what was that like? She said, I made him cry. You gotta love that. Bringing it to us from Munster, 805 DJI Fly KSFMX and Yamaha. Put your hands together for Vicky Golden. I've known this rider the longest. I'm glad to call him my friend because he is quite a story. Oh, there's no one who looks like that on a motorcycle. 6 feet 3 inches tall. I mean, he's been in movies like Family Plan with Mark Wahlberg, but these days he's doing what he's always loved to do. He gave up a promising baseball career to ride motorcycles, and we're so glad that happened. Brought to us by Munster, Fly, Factory Yamaha, DBK, Scott, and SCN. A world record holder in freestyle motocross, the KS in KS FMX. This is Keith Sayers. Now here is your chance. All the folks on the hillside, all the way up there, get your hands up in the air and say, I want to see some freestyle motocross. Let me hear the noise. We're about to give it to you the original way, with each rider performing tricks individually on the ramp. This is the way they're judged at X Games, and this is the way they showcase